windy over the eastern seaboard. That concludes our weather report, and now it's time for Ask the Characters, the only part of the show where we take you between the lines to ask the questions that you want answered. Today, we have Jane from the Yellow Wallpaper, Roderick from the House of Usher, and H. Holmes from Devil in the White City. Our first question is for Jane. Jane, how do you like the summer house?
It's beautiful. There is the most wonderful garden. But despite how it looks, I can't help a queer feeling I have. Not to mention, I don't like the room one bit. Everything is wrong with that deplorable wallpaper.
Holmes! Holmes! Put down the knife.
It's a letter opener. Cigar?
No thanks. I don't smoke. Alright. Our next question is from Mr. Usher. Roderick, it says here, you have stayed in your home for quite a long time and not really opened it up to strangers. But recently, you opened your home to a childhood friend. Why the sudden change?
I felt a sort of mental disorder, quite oppressing, and I hoped my old friend might be able to alleviate some of my malady. It's been nice having him around once again. After all, that house can be terribly dark and dreary.
And what's wrong with the dark house? If you feel a little down, why not try adding a few mazes?
No, nothing like that. The only thing that haunts me is my family evil, nervousness. It'll soon pass. This is the blandest cup of coffee I've ever had. It's wonderful!
Alright. Our next question is from Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes, it says that you
Just a minute, if you please.
Was that a gun?
Oh, no. What was your question?
Yes. Anyway, Mr. Holmes, you own a towering motel dubbed Castle by the locals. And it all started as a drugstore that you bought from Mrs. Holton. Have you included Mrs. Holton in this enterprise?
I wish I could, but sadly this is a burden better borne by me than her. On a lighter note, Mrs. Holton has moved to California and is happy with her relatives.
Well, that settles that. Let's not question that at all. Alright, Jane, you mentioned that you did not like the wallpaper and emphasized this heavily. Can you tell us more about why you don't like the wallpaper?
Actually, I'm rather fond of that room. Maybe because of the wallpaper. I follow the pattern as it sprawls running vertically, horizontally, diagonally, a wonderfully confusing conglomeration. But my comfort is the baby doesn't have to endure that horrid paper. Better me than the baby.
I see. Very thoughtful of you. Mr. Usher, this question is for you. Your sister is wasting away from an unknown illness, and while I'm sure this affects your mentality quite badly, can you tell us why your sister no longer roams the halls?
My friend and I, we entombed her upon her death. I'm feeling rather restless.
You're right. You're making me nervous.
Not hear it? Yes, I hear it. And have heard it. Long, many minutes and many hours.
Okay.
Hours.
Okay, moving on. Moving on. Jane, you mentioned that you did not like the wallpaper after saying that you did like the wallpaper, so would you care to clarify that? Jane.
I was doubtful at first, but now I know. There's a woman in the wallpaper. Do you see her?
See who?
Only I can touch the wallpaper! Only me!
Holmes, have you gone mad as well?
I hear it. I hear the sound.
I don't even know what's going on.
I hear it. I hear the sound.
That concludes this part of the news. Don't forget to stop by my castle next time you're in Chicago.
I got out at last! You'll never put me back!
She now stands without the door.